What's going on, gang? It's your boy Coach Kane back again with another Red Pill Talks in the Super Sport. This is part 6 of the Red Pill Talks in the Super Sport, and today we are going to be talking about Juice WRLD and Ali Lottie, just because it kind of ties in to everything that I talk about, right? So Juice WRLD, if you guys don't know, was one of the greatest artists of a certain time period. I still think he's one of the greatest artists to ever live. Some people don't. Some people disagree. I don't give a fuck. In my opinion, he's one of the greatest artists to ever live. A man of very high status, a lot of money, traveled everywhere, traveled the fucking world, bro, right? So how he told the story, how he met Ali, was he just slid in her DMs. She was just an average girl. I don't even think she had 500,000 followers. You know, she was an average girl. Anyways, they get together after he slid in the DM, and now she's no longer average. Okay, she's now inside of his frame, inside of Juice WRLD's world, right? She's living the fucking dream. He's bringing her on stage. He's paying for things. She doesn't have to come out of pocket for anything, right? So towards the end of Juice WRLD's life, he got more into drugs, more into codeine, I think, and Percocet, a whole bunch of shit, you know. And Ali also did the same things. She was probably maybe even a worse drug addict than he was, right? He ended up overdosing. If you guys do not know, Juice WRLD ended up overdosing for the younger audience. And tragic. It was tragic. It was a tough one, you know, because Juice was really, he touched souls and hearts of people just through his music, right? And after this, Ali Lottie actually held him down for, I think, a good year, you know, through interviews, documentaries, whatever. Anytime she was on camera, it was always about Juice and always about his legacy that he left behind. So after a year goes by, all that is kind of out of the window. It's like irrelevant now. It's like that life never happened. So what does Ali Lottie start to do? She starts posting provocative pictures. I think she, you know, gets some body enhancements. And last but not least, she starts an OnlyFans. Okay? Now at this time, the internet is grilling this woman, right? Even me for a second, I was like, you know, how could Ali do this to Juice? How could Ali do this to my man Juice? What the fuck? But the way I see it now and how it relates to everything that I'm talking about is hypergamy, right? Hypergamy is a woman's need for survival, essentially. Who is the best option of man for her, right? Like I said in the beginning, Juice WRLD was a man who had probably one of the highest status, and I don't know, he was pretty rich, but as far as status, he was that guy, right? So when a woman is with a guy like that, and they either break up or something tragic happens, it's called being alpha widowed, right? Alpha widowed is a woman who was once with an alpha and now she's not. Makes sense? And also with his status, she could monkey branch and find some other dude, which I think she eventually did, but it was after the fact she was bringing in all this money from OnlyFans. Oh, let me not forget to mention that she also sold a lot of his fucking merch. I think got his name covered up or whatever, right? And then the dude she ended up getting with was simply just a beta male, skinny, shrimp, arms, like white dude, I think, right? Because Juice would not be having this shit. He wouldn't be tolerating all this OnlyFans bullshit, right? But if you look at it from a hypergamy standpoint, after the accident happened, she had to get her money up somehow. They weren't married. He was too young to even probably make a will, so the money had to be made somehow, and his money probably went straight to the label, right? I'm making this exit. Probably went straight to the label, right? She had to do something, but it's just how she did it. It was a more disrespectful because she ended up, in a way, trying to tarnish his name. Because you guys think Juice, like I said, Juice WRLD was that guy. He was the top of the top, and she just selling all his merchandise, everything that like he had given her personally, and then selling her body on the internet. With all that being said, guys, always remember, especially the younger men, nothing lasts forever. Okay? Nothing lasts forever. If something happens to you and you are with your girl, yes, she will find something else. Something has to happen. Like I said, hypergamy. Women have a automatic survival instinct, whether it's finding a man or doing something with the internet these days, just doing something completely out of pocket, like selling their body online, right? Just be mindful of how much you are putting in to one person, okay? Because you put in so much time, money, and energy, resources into a woman, right? And her hypergamy kind of kicks in, and you are losing your status, right? I'm not gonna talk about the tragic accidents. I'm just saying, if you lose your status and lose like your drive and motivation to keep going and try to be something better as a man, bro, she will find reasons to leave you. Okay. Women also, this is another gem that I'm dropping. Women always leave, whether it's a month from now, 6 months, 10 years from now, she will always leave. She might come back, but she will inevitably leave again. Okay. So how this all ties together is that be mindful of what you are giving and the energy you are wasting. Okay. And also vet out a woman before you even commit to her. Okay. If you can find some stuff out about her past, cool. But you can usually see how she acts around other men when other men are around. And depending on your status, because most dudes don't have the status, even in their city, you know what I mean? She might test the waters even while she's with you, bro. Even while she's with you, bro. She might even like look at your homeboy or something. Maybe a little flirt, maybe a little look or something. You know what I mean? Because maybe his status is up here, maybe his money is up here, maybe his looks are up here, and yours aren't meeting that criteria anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So, back to Ali and Juice. Yes, it was a fucked up situation, but women are hypergamous. Women are survivors. They do things based on their survival instinct. Back in World War II, right, when the Nazis came in and started killing people, they killed the men. They killed men and boys and kept all the women, right? Women are protected sex, men are the disposable sex. You know, toxic feminism kind of overdoes this concept, but it's somewhat factual. Women are protected sex. So when the Nazis came in, they kept the women and used them for children, used them for marriage. And what did these women do? Their husbands are gone, either dead or enslaved. They're not fighting for their husbands at this point. They're fighting to survive and keep their offspring alive. And that kind of ties, it all ties together, bro. It all ties together. Women are survivors and meant to try and survive the world, bro. So you can't get mad at certain things, right? Other red pill content creators they try to shove this thing down your throat of holding women accountable for their own actions, which is damn near impossible. 98% of women do not have an accountability. They always blame somebody else for whatever happened to them, right? Nothing is their fault. Trying to make women accountable is damn near impossible. So you have to come to terms with reality and realize that this is how they are. You can't get mad at it. Once you get mad at it, you only eat away at yourself. Once you eat away at yourself, you start losing your mind, you start focusing on the wrong thing, you start to create this thing to where you actually build a hate for women. And that's not what this whole thing is about. That's not what Red Pill is about. It's not about hating women. It's about understanding your duties as a man and understanding women's duties as a woman. Understood. Now, that will be the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed that little talk about Juice WRLD and Allie. Like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share with a homie who needs to hear this.